Jesse with Bone Lane Clear. I'm at my grandfather's. I don't even know if I recorded anything or not. But I brought this over here. I'm helping him out over here at his place. He got it undecked. He's got my bucket over there next to the shop. I didn't want to set it somewhere over here where I dropped it off. And then him run it over and then him not know it's there. So we're gonna go over here. This is my family's home place down this way. My aunt lived over there, so it's growed up, which we'll see shortly. We're gonna go over here and start ripping up the trees. There's a septic tank and all that stuff, so I'm trying to clean up around the septic tank first. That way if it needs any work, then we can kind of start on it before, that way my cousin can come over and set up a place. All right, so I worked an 18-hour shift last night into this morning, and then I went and worked several hours today. So I'm probably gonna be a little quiet, pretty tired. I'm doing this to help my grandfather. So it's grown up pretty big, and they get some tin on this thing for sure. It'll be really cool looking, but as well as efficient. So, but right here is probably maybe an acre, maybe less than an acre, and we're gonna try to get this cleaned up for my cousin. That way she can start building, her and her husband can start building a little acre lot here to help my grandfather out. This cleaned up. He's been wanting me to come over here and do it for a while. I just ain't had the time or the want to. So but been working a lot of hours, saving up a lot of money to keep my business going. So I would imagine everybody's seen a drop in you know, land clear and mulch and stuff. It used to be pretty hot and heavy. Now it's just slowed down pretty good bit, I think, because I've seen it and I'm hearing it as well. So the ones that used to be big dogs that was always busy, now they're slowing down. So it's not really good because it's summertime, but we still got a bunch of work to do. Try to keep on rolling here. It's really hot. Shouldn't be drinking a couple beers, but we'll stay hydrated here. But it's just an easy task. I could have come in here and mulch, but he's not able to afford a lot, so I'm kind of doing this for free. So just helping my cousins out and stuff like that. So So my grandfather's got some bolts. I forgot to put a bolt in that. I forgot the last job. I seen the bolt fall out, so I was like, crap. So I seen the thing move. So just 15-20 minutes of ripping stuff up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with my mulcher, but I'm gonna try to blade stuff and kind of clean up some of this. My grandfather's got a box blade. This is all pines. This is the big, I'm not sure if it's a hardwood. Yes, it is. This is the big hardwood that I used to climb on when I was younger. So most of this stuff is just easy sapling. So what my plan was to come in and clean up this whole section right here where they're bundled up, and the rest of that stuff is just small saplings. This is like, you know, pretty big stuff. This one's a little bit bigger, so I can come in and back drag and blade and kind of mulch all this stuff up. So I'm gonna take and bring my brush cutter over here. I'm gonna test it out over here. I'll show you shortly. So I can bring my blade or whatever's needed. But I'm gonna test my brush cutter on this stuff. This is 1 to 3 inch saplings. So come in and mulch it up or brush cut it up and kind of see what the material would look like, and kind of advertise as well. So, but we're gonna put a pin in that, kind of fix that from falling out. All right, so this is the big tree I remember when I was little. It's got a lot of dead trees on the lower side. I'm not sure why. I don't know if they're just dead and sunlight's just killed them or what, but the old kitty cat doing some. So what we're gonna do is, the septic tank's on this other side over here, so I'm gonna start ripping this smaller stuff up and I'm gonna throw it over here, and I'm gonna bring my cat skid steer over here with a grapple, and that way I can mulch all that up or brush cut, whatever, which way it goes the best, and then we can put it in a big pile. He can burn it, and they can go ahead and start kind of box blading and all that stuff over here to clean it up. So got my grandfather come over here in his tractor. I'm just gonna keep on rolling. So we're back here. It's been several weeks. Looks like that's been busted. I just had to put that on too. Oh, I let my grandfather use it, but to finish this out, there's a lot of material here. So we're still gonna rip this up. I think what I'm gonna do is come in here, because the septic tank's right over there, because he cleaned out around the septic tank. I'm gonna come over here, rip all this up, and I'm gonna throw it right here. And I guess we'll probably spend a couple weeks pushing and burning. So, and I mean, it's starting to get dried out. So I may have to come over here with my grapple and reposition the piles once I get them completely pushed out. But I don't need to do them like this. That way when I push them up and when I grab them, I can grab it without it being cross-hatched in the material. So got some water. So luckily we're only like 5 minutes from the house. So we're gonna go ahead and rip all this stuff out, and then we'll go from there. So we still got to rip up this and all this right here. So we should be good. thing after another one. This one's staying pretty hot, so I have to let it cool down a little bit. And then what I'll do is just kind of go around looking at the This is my grandfather's property, but he's letting my cousin gonna build here. And it's probably like a 1 acre lot. So we found the septic tanks right over there. We double made sure. So I'm gonna have to rip up this old cherry tree right here. It's dead. The tops broke out of it. And I gotta get that pine. So that's the only two biggest trees that they want ripped up. So I'm gonna have to hurry up. Because I've got a lot of work to get done. I just kind of had my machines everywhere. Now I'm trying to pick it up, that way I can get paid, because we've done nothing but break down. So we're gonna go ahead and try to rip up this little corner. There's the, it's kind of hard to see, but I can see it, but the camera's not letting me see, but probably another 10-15 foot behind there. I'm gonna rip up what's here, because he already cut a trail back behind where that property line is. So we got a little bit more rip out, and then we're gonna start throwing it right here and burn it, or probably back here and burn it, so that way we ain't gotta worry about it. So let's get to it, see what we can't get done today. Whew. All right. Oh, ouch. So this is where the trailer used to be that I remember, somewhere right in here. We're close to the little driveway, so we got to rip all this up. We got all this side ripped up. So, and I'm going to take the pine down, but it's just easier to leave it up than get all this cleaned up and to push that big one somewhere else. I'm gonna have to bring my skid steer over and use my root rake to kind of help bleed some of the chunks and stuff like that. So there's a septic tank. There used to be the satellite dish piece. Not sure where that went, but I was trying to blade it a little bit better, but I didn't want chunks of dirt in the pile. So wish I had a root rake for this. Eventually we'll get one. So that way, if I bring my skid steer with the root rake, it'll pick up these little chunks of, you know, a lot better than my bucket will. So pushed them up, bladed them up a little bit. I mean, some of them are easy, some of them are just wants to fight you. So we got just this little corner right here, and then we got to rip up all that up there. So it shouldn't be much left unless they have something else for me to rip up as well. So probably gonna rip up a lot more of this because we're gonna have a big pile. Probably put one right here, then some out there, and I'm gonna have to reposition those. Probably one big massive pile. So it's the only thing I know to do because I don't have a big excavator. So we just doing the cheapest route for the customer. So, but most efficiently, time wise, would have been a big excavator, but for money and stuff like that, it'd be a little easier for me to come in and do it, just because it's family. But it's not too far from the house. So we're going to go ahead and rip up this whole area right here, or at least knock this whole corner out. So that's what we're going to try to do. Go ahead and rip these up, blade it, and get going for the day.